Paris attacks, France boosts anti-terror strategy. France is to create 2,680 new jobs and boost spending by €425 million, £325 million, $490 million, to bolster counter-terrorism efforts, Prime Minister Manuel Valls has said. He said such resources were crucial to dealing with an expanded extremist threat, with 3,000 people currently requiring surveillance across France. Mr. Valls was laying out the government's plans following attacks in Paris in which 17 were killed. Earlier, a prosecutor gave details on 4 men charged over the attacks. 3 of the men are alleged to have helped supply arms to Amdy Coulibaly, who is believed to have shot dead a policewoman on January 8, a day before attacking a Jewish supermarket in Paris where 4 hostages were killed. On January 7, brothers Said and Cherif Kouiki attacked the Paris offices of satirical magazine Charlie Hebdo, killing 12. All 3 gunmen were shot dead by police. Paris prosecutor François Molins said that international cooperation with authorities in Turkey, Spain, and Belgium would continue, as investigators sought information on possible accomplices, the suspects' travel records, and information about how they got their weapons. Relentless fight. Announcing new counter-terrorism resources, Mr. Valls said security forces would be provided with better weapons and protection, including bulletproof vests. We will pursue this fight against terrorism relentlessly, he said. The new jobs will be created over a period of 3 years. Some 1,400 will be created through the Interior Ministry, mostly in counter-terrorism intelligence, with other posts to be opened at the Ministries of Justice, Defense, and Finance. Line. Analysis, Hugh Schofield, BBC News, Paris. The security service reinforcements are a recognition that France's intelligence gathering, normally held up as a paragon in Europe, has fallen behind the times. New officers are needed, but also new equipment, and new methods. Manuel Valls said that nearly 3,000 individuals need to be monitored today. Nearly half of these are people who have been or are planning to go to Syria and Iraq to join Islamic State. The others are from older radicalized networks. One lesson of the Kouiki Coulibaly attacks is that these older networks cannot be neglected. Intelligence experts in France say it takes 20 officers on the ground to provide round-the-clock monitoring of a suspect. Obviously this is impossible for 3,000 individuals. Recruiting more men and women for gumshoe work will help. But the higher priority is for analysts, people who can make sense of masses of accumulated electronic information. Line. The French Prime Minister also stressed the threat resulting from people traveling to fight in Syria and Iraq. One thing is certain. The number of people who are radicalized and capable of carrying out attacks on our soil hasn't stopped increasing, he said. French soldier and police officer on guard in western Paris, January 13, 2015. Thousands of police and soldiers have already been deployed to tighten security. Of those who the authorities need to monitor, Mr. Valls said there were now nearly 1,300 people residing in France and suspected of links to networks active in Syria and Iraq, a number that had increased by 130% in a year. He said there were another 400 to 500 people suspected of links to older extremist networks, and others who were active in the francophone cyber-jihadist sphere.